What? How did I get it? It's 9 a.m. and IB scores just came out today. I'm gonna be super realistic with you guys. I predict myself a 30 out of 45. Nothing above that. A little bit of background knowledge of my experience in the IB. I took the IB in the USA, in the state of California. My high school was one of the very few public high schools that offered the IB program. And how it works is like the IB kind of starts off in middle school and they prepare you for the IB in high school. There were about 100 IB Diploma candidates at my school who were in the full IB program. However, there was about 600 students in my graduating class. So coming from a public school, no one really expects to get a perfect 45 out of 45 in the IB. I keep seeing people talking about how they got a 45 here on YouTube, but the reality is that for us, it's different. We don't have that kind of support system at our high school. We go through 8 classes every day, and most of it's self-study. We didn't have mock exams, we weren't given predicted grades, and honestly, we didn't even finish some of the units, so we were all cramming content the day before the exam. So honestly, I'm hoping IB blesses us with the curve. A little bit about me is I was a straight A student in high school. I took dual enrollment at my local community college, and I was also a valedictorian of my graduating class. I expect to do well in IB, but like not too well. So now let's go over my predicted grades. These are the grades that I predict for myself, not what my teachers told me, because my teacher said that they can't tell us or like predict us a grade for some reason. Okay, IB Spanish SL. So mind you, I took IB Spanish SL my junior year, so I know my grade already. So I had no idea what to expect for this exam. I am a Salvadorian and I speak Spanish, but I'm kind of a no sabo kid. I did well on the writing part. The lecturas and audio were terrible though, so I mean I didn't even finish like half of the exam, so I skipped a page and I put the same like answer for each of the questions. So I expected to get a 4, but I got a 5. You know what? I was definitely not expecting that at the time. But I heard that the passing boundary is pretty low for second languages in IB, so 5's a good number to start off with. So for bio, I took it in the SL. My school offers physics HL and chem SL. However, I wanted to take bio because I heard it was easier for the IB diploma. I want the IB diploma. Hopefully I get the IB diploma. I only tried hard for bio since it was like the only exam I had to study for my junior year. So I got a 4 on my IA. It was my first IA, so that was fine with me. I skipped like 3 whole pages on like mesocosms, the easiest part, because I forgot to go back to it. Yeah, so for me, I think I tried really hard, and I predict myself a 5. Okay, now biology SL. I got a 5. Okay, that's fine with me. I wanted a 6, but you know, thank God I still passed, and I barely passed by 1 point. Oh my gosh. So I took IB English Literature in the HL, and for English, my teacher was actually a really amazing teacher. He taught just like a professor, and he really prepared me for the exam. Don't get me wrong though, his class was hell. We had to read like 8 chapters a night, and we had to do a page per chapter, so like 8 pages of notes per chapter. It took away from me actually like putting attention toward the exams because we had a lot. I would give myself a 5 for English. IB English Literature. Okay, this is the only class I need to get a 5 on in order to meet my English requirement for UCLA engineering. So I hope I pass. I just need a 5. I just need a 5. 5! Let's go! Let's go! Okay, so a 5. You know what? 3 points away from a 6. Dang, okay, you know what? I'm fine. I'm happy with that. I never had to take an English class ever again. Now for history, HL. I'm going to stay optimistic here and say a 5. I really fumbled paper 1 because I'm terrible at timing myself, and this was also my first exam of my senior year, so I need to get back into it, you know? I feel like I had more like control over this exam, especially since I got a 7 on my IA, and so that gave me hope of actually doing well. Paper 2 went okay, but paper 3, oh boy, guys. For paper 3, I have to be at the school at 7:45 to take the exam. I wake up at
8:05.
My IB coordinator calls me on my phone. He calls me mid-panic, and I thought my diploma's getting canceled. I'm done. I'm getting dropped for this class. If I miss the exam, I'm done. All this was nothing. You know what he told me? He just said, get here. I raced to school, you know.
It takes 12 minutes to get to school. I got there in 4. Thankfully, I did fine on paper 3.
I predict myself a 5. However, since I skipped like the entire paper 1, I'm gonna give myself a 4.
History. Please don't be a 4. Please don't be a 4. What? How did I get a 6? How did I get a 6? How'd I get a 6 when I skipped most of paper 1? That makes no sense. You know what, guys? The IB examiner must have been so nice. Props to the history paper examiners this year, guys. I took IB math analysis in the SL, and we had a fun teacher, and I understood everything he taught us, and I was really doing well in that class. However, I tried studying a week before the exam. I know that it just wasn't possible, that I wasn't going to pass this exam. We didn't do any mocks, and I found some online to do myself, but I didn't even know how to do any of the questions because my teacher never taught us anything that was on that exam. I was only able to answer one question fully, and I found like easy points here and there. So I predict myself a 2. But like if there's that curve, maybe a 3. As long as it's not a 1, guys. As long as it's not a 1. A 2. Okay. Okay. You know what? That's okay. We're chilling. I needed to humble myself just a little bit. And I was 1 point away from a 3. And I just couldn't get that 1 point. It's fine with me. You know what? If that's the only exam I was going to fail, I'm fine. I didn't really know anything, so as long as I didn't fail, guys, that's okay with me. IB Film HL. So my school offers art, music, theater, and philosophy, but many take film because we have like a really great film program. I love film so much because we honestly just gotta make movies every day and mess around. I also felt like I had more control over my film grades since all the assessments were internal and my portfolio for film was great. My collaborative was
Amazing.
I had my siblings as actors. I got hit by a car. My siblings were thrown down the stairs. And I even created like this monster. It was just really good, guys. So if anything, I'm going to get a 6, 7 in film. IB film, please be a 7. If it's a 6, it's fine. If it's a 5, I'm going to be so mad though. A 6! Okay, I got a 6. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. 2 points away from a 7? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's fine with me. You know what? I heard that you have to score perfect on almost every assessment to get a 7 in film, so a 6 is fine with me. Also, my teacher said that no one has ever got a 6 in film, so I think I just set the bar high. This class was more just for fun for me. I don't need it toward my college degree. So just more points toward my diploma, so it's a win. So IB Spanish Literature HL. I decided to take Spanish in the higher level just for the credit and like the experience in analyzing like Spanish literature. So those novellas and dramas that they had us reading in that class were crazy. We read La Casa de Bernarda Alba. You know, Spanish literature is some amazing stuff. My IO, I was really nervous and stuttering, but my teacher said I got like a 5. My essay was really good, but the audio and reading part were again really difficult for me. I'm gonna give myself a 5. I think it's a 5. If it's a 6, I hope so, but I think it's a 5. A 5. Okay, a 5's good. A 5's good. How did I do worse on this exam than Spanish SL? What the? I felt more confident for this exam especially, so I don't know how I did worse. I got the Spanish credit. I never had to take Spanish ever again. So, extended essay. I did my extended essay in film, specifically Latino films, and like male representation in Latino films. And so I really enjoyed Latino films, so I really enjoyed my topic, and like I actually had fun writing this essay. However, I did write like 30% of it the night before, so that could affect like the clarity of what I was trying to say. However, I used a lot of sources and I incorporated all my like so many perspectives and my ideas. So I think I did okay. I don't think I like failed or anything. My teacher said I got a B. But I think he was being too nice, so I'm gonna give myself a C. Okay, film me E. A B! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Okay. Alright, that's fine with me. A B is fine with me. Wasn't expecting that. I thought I was gonna get like a C or D. I just made the boundary by 1 point as well, so I just barely got a B. And I also heard that scoring well on an EE is really hard, so getting a B is pretty good for me. I guess my teacher's prediction was right. Alright, TOK. Bro.
I wanted to drop TOK so bad.
Every time I said something, my teacher would hit me with like a counterattack, like we were in a
Freaking courtroom.
I'm not a person that's built for confrontation, especially not in a class with 100 other students, like staring at me like I'm on a trial when I'm trying to say something. Eventually, I got used to it and I realized TOK was not that bad. I thought it was like an interesting class, but I still have no idea what I learned. They eventually came through with me though. I got a 7 out of 10 on my exhibition and I got an 8 out of 10 on my TOK essay. So that would be like an A technically, but you know, TOK grading is a wild card. One person sees a masterpiece, another person sees nonsense. So for TOK, I'm gonna give myself a B. Talk TOK. No way! No way! No way. Getting a B in a class that I had no idea what I was learning is absolutely insane. Guess my ideas made some sense to them. I almost got an A too! By 2 points. Okay, EE and TOK points. review. 2 points. Okay, that was my goal. It's perfect. Total points, I just wanted 30. 31! Okay, I just needed 30, guys, so I met my goal. And if you get 30 points for the college I'm going to, you get several credits, and you get to skip most of your freshman year. So I'm gonna be able to get ahead. And result, diploma awarded, guys. It was all worth it. It was all worth it.
I don't